First at 4, breaking news in the battle against COVID-19. Washtenaw County just issued an emergency stay-in-place order for University of Michigan students. One of the biggest names in the Democratic Party is getting involved in Michigan's hard-fought Senate race. We'll show you that. Plus, here's Paula.
Well, Karen, student count day for the state's largest school district revealed more than who is and who is not in class, and the results are very concerning for everyone who cares about children. Ben.
Follow that sun is out in spots today. Temperatures are up as well, but we will get warmer as more rain starts to roll through southeast Michigan. We'll time it all out for you right now. First at 4.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, Washtenaw County is cracking down on the spread of COVID-19 on the University of Michigan campus. We just received notice of a stay-in-place order for U of M undergraduate students. The health department says they should stay home unless attending class, using the dining service, or doing approved work that cannot be done remotely. Violations could lead to citations and penalties. The order runs through November 3rd. We have a crew in Ann Arbor, and we will have the first reaction to the order tonight when you join us at 5. Michigan lawmakers from the Republican Party are moving to make their voices heard in the battle against coronavirus. Today, they unveiled proposals on how to modify the state's response to COVID-19. Their plan comes after the state Supreme Court struck down Governor Whitmer's executive orders, which have been largely replaced by orders from the health department. House Republicans would like to see county-level data driving the decisions, whereas the governor divided the states into regions.
This proposal calls for a publicly disclosed set of metrics, which would allow a county public health director the option to modify existing state orders which reflect the needs of a county. This ongoing goal would be clearly stated as keeping the curve flattened. That is, not overwhelming our hospitals and health facilities while continuing to follow best practices to keep people safe.
This proposal would have to work its way through the legislature before it could be implemented. Now, we have reached out to Governor Whitmer's office, and we're still awaiting her reaction. As lawmakers grapple with the best way to control the virus, we've been seeing new cases on the rise. We did just receive the latest numbers from the state just minutes ago, reporting more than 1,500 new cases in the past 24 hours. That's actually a little lower than some of the daily numbers that we've seen recently. Plus, we have lost another 22 people to COVID-19 in the past day. Today, General Motors announced a major investment program worth more than $2 billion. The biggest sum goes to the assembly plant in Spring Hill, Tennessee. $2 billion will upgrade that plant to make an electric crossover vehicle. Other investments in Michigan will go to plants in Lansing, Flint, Orion Township, and Romulus. The UAW has released a statement praising the plan and saying it continues to work with GM to invest in good-paying jobs in the United States. Well, we are seeing some sunshine this afternoon outside of our studios here in downtown Detroit, but rain is coming our way. Let's send it over to Ben Bailey to see what is the timing on this.
Yeah, I think a lot of us could be in bed tonight, Karen, before those next rounds of showers get started. But there is sunshine in parts of the area, and temperature-wise, we're doing better than we did yesterday. Temperatures now are in the 50s. Didn't get out of the 40s for a lot of us yesterday. 53 in Adrian, cool spot Port Huron at 50 degrees, and most of the clouds, at least the more prevalent ones, are in the north zone with more sunshine a little bit further to the south. So here's how the timing of the rain works out tonight. 6, 8, 9 o'clock, I think we're dry. 10 o'clock, we'll start seeing some showers arrive, but a lot of those are not going to be here until midnight and beyond, and they'll be in the west zone first. So coming up, we'll talk more about timing because there are multiple rounds of rain to go as we get forward into the next several days, and the temperatures get even warmer. 70 still in sight. We'll check them out for you in a few minutes. Karen?
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Ben. Well, it is starting to seem like someone from the presidential race is in Michigan almost every day. This afternoon, President Trump's youngest son, Eric, kicked off a visit to our state in Lansing. He held a Make America Great Again event less than 24 hours after his sister Ivanka was in western Michigan. This evening, Eric Trump will be in Washtenaw County in the town of Willis. On the Democratic side, Dr. Jill Biden storming through Metro Detroit this afternoon on behalf of her husband, former Vice President Joe Biden. She's making stops in Detroit, Madison Heights, Dearborn, and Saginaw. And we have crews following both campaigns. We'll take a look at their messages to Michigan voters tonight on Local 4 News at 6. The next presidential debate will be unlike any other in the history of presidential debates. The Nonpartisan Commission on Presidential Debates plans to mute each candidate while the other is giving an opening statement on 6 different topics. The commission says it's not changing the rules, it's just enforcing them. Neither candidate will be muted during the time allotted for open discussion. You can see the final debate on Local 4 Thursday night. That starts at 9 o'clock. In other political news, Democrat Gary Peters is in a tough race to hold on to his U.S. Senate seat here in Michigan. Today, a political powerhouse is offering his support in a new TV ad.
When you're president, you learn real fast who has your back. And in Michigan, that was always Gary Peters.
Former President Barack Obama trying to give Peters a boost by highlighting the senator's support for the auto industry and the Great Lakes. Polls show Republican challenger John James is offering strong competition. Devin Scillian just interviewed both candidates, and you can see those conversations on our website. Click on Detroit.com/flashpoint. Student Count Day is behind us, and that is the day districts count their student populations. The numbers are directly tied to state funding, and as you can imagine, counting this year has been difficult. Today, Paula Tubman takes a look at the state's largest district and finds the story goes deeper than just school attendance, and the news is alarming.
What is the safety, food security, and learning status of 30% of the students in the Detroit Public Schools Community District? The overwhelming sense of concern and worry coming from the superintendent, Dr. Nikolai Vitti, is palpable.
Because children aren't coming to school, I'm worried about what's happening at homes that we don't know about. You know, the amount of child abuse cases that have been registered have dramatically gone down, and I don't think that's because those horrific things aren't happening in homes. It's just there's no outside set of eyes or ears that are looking into what's happening in a child's life.
And so today, for the 3rd time, he is sending out wellness teams like this one we shot just before Student Count Day. Hundreds of volunteers canvassing neighborhoods to search out students and their parents.
We have about 3,000 students that were registered or enrolled that didn't show up for school, either face-to-face or the Learning Center online.
The picture emerging from Student Count Day shows a picture beyond the butts in chairs, virtually or otherwise, in Detroit, from a district that has always fought the uphill battle to circumnavigate poverty, transportation, and social environment to get students into school. Last year, the chronic absentee rate was around 37%. This year, it hovers closer to 60%. And so it's one thing to have 51,000 students last year, and the district has only counted about 49,000 this year. It's something else entirely because of what that means on the human level.
Our food participation rates are dramatically down. So all of our schools are open. Even for students that are online, they can still come into school and eat breakfast and lunch or pick up a breakfast and lunch. We've gone from serving, well over 30,000 students breakfast and lunch to only 8,000.
I've been driving around to, different schools in the community, and around a certain time of day, you see kids on the street and they're walking around. It's up to us as a community and to be good neighbors. Stop and ask the student, why aren't they in school? Now, we know they literally cannot be in school, but they should be somewhere learning and in a learning environment.
I've been, sick to my stomach since the pandemic hit because that's the role of school. And it doesn't mean that I don't trust our families. It doesn't mean I don't trust our communities, but I know how devastating poverty can be.
So where are they? Where are these students? And that's the key. The school district is asking neighbors to please check in with neighbors they know have children. Be that nosy neighbor. Let them know that the district has resources to help these kids get into learning, because this is going to have long-lasting effects. And Karen, we've all been talking about this for months. This has been a worry for a while, and it is here.
All right. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead here first at 4, another milestone in the search for peace in the Middle East, the historic arrival and news from around the world, and there's Dr. Frank George.
Convalescent plasma is being used to help treat patients battling COVID-19, but which survivors make the best donors? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. I'll have new research on who can help most coming up.
Up first, fighting Google, why the Trump administration has launched the biggest legal action against a tech company in about 20 years.